I was so tired yesterday, it was ridiculous. You know how tired I was? I was too tired to have a nap. That's how tired I was. I couldn't have a sleep in the morning when I got back from dropping Jess off. I had to take my dad to the hospital. I had to pick him back up, and by the time I got back home it was time to start preparing myself for work. But then during the afternoon I had a chance for half an hour and I was too tired to sleep. Isn't that insane? But it don't matter, Hit me steps target again. I think I'm getting closer to finding out the sweet spot. It's all trial and error. And it's also about not just how many steps I do, how quickly I do them. If you put a real shift in, your muscles grow. Or you get stronger rather, not muscles growing, more just getting a bit stronger. But at the same time it also knackers you out. So maybe instead of 11:40 odd or 11:50 odd, 11 minutes 50 seconds for Bart's head, maybe 12 and a half is about right. Do more steps but not quite as quick, or just save one of those quick ones for a Friday or a Saturday when I haven't got to do anything. One a week, maybe that's the plan, isn't it? One a week where it absolutely knackers me and puts a little bit extra in my legs. Yeah, I think that might be the way forward. Just not during a school night. But I had no energy whatsoever. And all I do is I sit at a desk, that's it. It doesn't take much energy to sit at a desk, does it? You know, genuinely. I didn't even have that yesterday. I suppose it didn't help. It was really warm yesterday. I say that, and apologies to people who live in actual warm countries, but 24 degrees Celsius in the UK is warm. And especially where I am. My bedroom window, which is also where I work, is west facing. I sit right in the window with my desk and everything. Because it's west facing, once you get to about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the sun is on that window and it becomes stiflingly hot. So when you add that to the fact that you're already knackered, it just absolutely drains every last little bit of energy from you. But it's no big deal. It's all about managing it. It was the same when I was fully healthy. When I was in the room upstairs, same side of the house, unbearably hot. This is just now with added post-stroke, where I'm always tired. And also, I have now completed 4 weeks on the statins. And I can confirm there are side effects. But the side effects are the same side effects I've had from having the stroke, which is muscle and joint pain, tiredness. I've already got that. And all it is, it's now turned up from 7 to 8. Well, more like turned up from 10 to 11, but I can deal with that. There's nothing extra. No extra worries, nothing bizarre happening. I'm not pissing blue or anything like that, you know what I mean? So I can handle that little bit of extra discomfort as long as it's making me healthy. And as such, I'd rather stick with the ones that I'm on now, rather than going back and speaking to the doctor and saying I've got like a few issues with it, can we try something else? I wouldn't want to try something else and suddenly have a load of extra issues on top of it. If you can deal with it, deal with it. That's what I say. That's my motto. Except it isn't, is it? I don't have a motto. Not many people do. You'd be very weird to have your own motto. Oh, don't. I was concerned there. These are not putting lights up again, are they? Better not be, I'm sick of it. And what am I going to do? Am I going to get all Liam Neeson on the council's ass, am I? No. I just sit in the car and tut loudly because, you know, British. And then tell people I'm ruddy furious. I am ruddy furious with the council. Oh, I'm tired again today. This comes down to a bit of cramp. I've been getting lots of that recently. In my left calf, in the stroke calf. Which means you have to jump out of bed, try and put your foot on the floor to stretch out the muscle. And it takes you a while to get back to sleep. It's horrible, man. Such a strange feeling, because it's numb, hypersensitive and sore all at the same time. What did I do to deserve that? Oh yeah, bad lifestyle choices, of course. All my own fault. Don't do it, man, don't do it. I'm not telling anyone what you should and shouldn't do, but just keep an eye on what you're doing. That's the only thing. Keep an eye on what you're doing. And once it starts becoming an issue, start looking at a little bit of help. Alcohol may be a solution, but it's not an answer. Too much of it, that's the problem. But then it's an easy thing to get into. Going too far, if you know what I mean. Where it becomes a crutch and you use it all the time, rather than facing up to what your problems are. Diet as well, just be careful. The amount of stuff that's hidden in foods is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Salt especially. Don't need a revolution, just keep an eye on what you're doing. Blood pressure, everyone please go and buy. We'll start that one again. Everyone please go and buy a blood pressure testing machine. They're about 25, 30 quid. What's that, about 35 euros, $35. From Argos, Amazon, wherever you buy your stuff. Easy to use. And if you start to see problems, go and speak to your doctor. It's nothing. It's genuinely nothing. I would quite happily go back and pay 10 times that just to avoid the shit that I'm going through at the moment. Do it before it's too late. Could have saved me a whole heap of trouble. But I didn't. And the fact that we had one in the house makes it even more galling. Used to walk past it, be left on the kitchen table after my ma or someone had done their blood pressure of a morning. Just walk past it. 2 minutes, that's all it takes. But then would I have been the person I am right now? Would I have reached a certain stage in my life where I feel a bit more content just with being alive? Just with hearing bird song? Where things aren't bothering me before they were. Little things were getting to me. Little things don't seem so important nowadays. Maybe this is what it took. This is the warning that I needed. Hell of a bloody warning though, isn't it? Losing half your body. Let my warning be a warning to you. Look after yourself. Don't get upset by little things. The little things for a reason. Find other ways to deal with it. Walking helps. Walking rarely helps. You can empty your head completely of things when you're walking. Because you're not really having to concentrate on walking. It's a natural mechanical thing that we do. But there's enough involved with just watching out for stuff on the floor. Tripping hazards and slipping hazards and things. That gives your brain enough space just to empty itself out slightly. It's really good for you. Unless you don't like it, of course, at which point it'll be like being forced on you, it'll be a punishment. But you know what it is, genuinely, it's if you can do something that requires just enough thought power and processing power to allow your brain to think. I said this yesterday, when it's just enough, driving is just enough concentration. It sounds awful, like just enough concentration. It is, because it's muscle memory, we're used to doing it. It's just keeping an eye on what's going on around you. You're not having to sit and think about algebra equations in your head and all kinds of weird stuff. It's just keep an eye on things, make sure you're in the right gear at the right time or what have you. It allows your brain the space to function. Walking's like that. There was a fantastic documentary series, I think it might have been BBC, about the brain. It was an American scientist. Brilliant, fascinating. I can't remember what it was called. I'd love to remember it. Where he just went in depth into the brain and how it works and why it works and things. And he was down by the beach on a pier somewhere, possibly LA, and he was just talking to people. And he gave them a load of Lego bricks. And some of them he just said, can you make something out of it? Anything that you can think of, can you make out of it? Other people, can you just put them into all reds in one little pile, all yellows in another pile, all blues in another pile? And then the other ones never had any bricks at all. And he was getting them to come up with ideas on how to use something. I think it might have been a house brick he was talking about. The juxtaposition of a house brick and Lego bricks. How many things, how many uses can you find for a house brick? You know, like paperweight or this, that and the other, doorstop. And the people that were just putting the bricks into coloured piles come up with the most ideas. Because there was just enough that they were doing, having to think about putting them into the right piles. It opened the brain up to start using itself a bit more. The people that are having to make things were using the brain too much and couldn't think of anything. And the people that were doing nothing, just the brain hadn't even started. It's that state, not even a flow state, just enough capacity being used to open up the rest of it and allow it the space to go and create for itself. That's what walking does for you. That's what going for a run does as well. That's why people get kind of addicted to running. You get the physical high and the adrenaline and the dopamine hit, but it allows the brain to just open up and think for itself. It's a wonderful thing now. Gaming can be a bit like that as well. It takes a bit more thought at times, but not always. Again, muscle memory, you're used to it so much, you get into when you're playing Call of Duty, It's a very similar thing over and over again. Repeatable patterns, rush in, empty corners, look what's going on behind you, all that kind of thing. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Just allows your brain a little bit of space. Gives you a dopamine hit. You feel better for it afterwards. Unless you're a rage gamer, of course, at which point you'll feel absolutely awful. Find your little sweet spot in that as well. The thing that opens you up to allow you to think more. That's why so many people, so many philosophers and scientists have dogs and take them for walks. For that very reason. That's where they do the best thinking. Amazing, isn't it? The brain's a fantastic thing. Protect it at all costs. Because when part of it explodes, bad juju is afoot. It's not good. Love your brain. Cherish your brain. Look after your brain. Right, tea. The brain also needs tea. That, my friends, is an actual fact. Actual fact. This may or may not be an actual fact.